Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Allyson to the stage.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure to be here tonight. I'm completely honored that you have asked me to come and speak. And Mahbub, I don't know where you are. There you are. It's obvious now while you ask me, you have a real passion for the social impact sector, and so I'm very pleased. Minister Moretti, it's such an honor to be following you on this stage. You have been such a supporter of entrepreneurship and innovation in this province, and very, very honored to be following you on the stage today. Thank you for your support. How many people have been to Mars? A great deal of you, wonderful. Well, at Mars, it's tough to get event space, and so I'm very happy to be here to find out if you can't make it into Mars, you have this lovely event space up here that we can refer people to. But I do hope you have a chance to come to Mars. There is amazing entrepreneurship programs happening all the time. We bring global leaders, and I do encourage you to sign up on the events page and find out what's going on in our terrific, terrific city and wonderful province. Mars is really designed to help Canada succeed in the innovation economy. So we're changing from a country that took everything out of the ground, our resources, and we're thinking about the knowledge economy and how do we succeed. And you heard the minister indicate that other countries are doing this as well. So we can't sit back and say, we were pretty wonderful, we're just gonna rest on our laurels. It doesn't actually work that way. We've got to step up our game. We have to think about how do we attract and retain the best talent in the world, as evidenced by this room. How do we support high impact, high growth ventures? Finally, how do we say talent is great, ventures are great, but how do we accelerate the adoption of these innovations into the systems? We also have to have a systems lens, a systems view on our work. And that's what makes Canada pretty unique, is we think about all of those things together. Not just the focus on the talent, not just the focus on the ventures, but right across the system. Nationally, you may hear the term inclusive innovation. Well, what does that mean? Well, from my point of view, it means both creating opportunities for economic and social impact at the same time. And we used to think very bifurcated way. You either make money or you have a social impact. And when I grew up, after I studied law, I had a choice. I could go and help in the social service sector, which fed my soul, or I could go into the law firm and make a lot of money. I chose my soul. I chose to be fed in that way. But today, young people are saying, I'm not making a choice. I want to make money and I want to make an impact. And can you please find a corporate structure that will enable me to do that? Because I don't buy this bifurcation thing. And I'm being challenged every day by young people who are absolutely of the belief that they don't have to make money and give back later in life, that they can live and work their values. And I am so pleased that they are doing that. You will find out in British Columbia that there's actually a corporate structure called community contribution companies. In Nova Scotia, they also launched a similar brand. And we're working with Ontario, Minister. We're going to get that hybrid legislation here because I think it actually shows that we are a province that is open to thinking in this blended value way. Here's how the world used to work. One side, it's a corporation, it's about profit maximization at all costs, doesn't care about the environment, employees are a means to an end. On the other side, they're charities, completely grant dependent. Please give me some money, let me do my good works, and then go away. Well, there's pressure on both ends of that spectrum. In an era of accountability and transparency, you can't get away with destroying the environment even if you want to, which I'm sure you don't want to. And on the other end, we have these nonprofits saying, I can't be grant dependent. I need more autonomy. I need to figure out a way to form social enterprises. And I'm privileged enough to put pressure on both ends of that spectrum so we get to the messy middle. We get to the middle where big corporations like Unilever are thinking about how they can make money and make an impact. It is, in fact, where Canada has an opportunity to lead, and I'm very excited about that opportunity. How are we going to finance this work? Well, there's a whole movement to impact investing. Again, you may have been asked to reach into your pocket to give a donation to your favorite charity. Reach into your other pocket to invest for profit maximization. What if you could bring both those hands together? What if you could invest for a social and financial return? Well, Canada, in fact, Ontario, is a leader in something called impact investing. We have an SVX. It's an actual matching platform between impact investors and social ventures, where they're brought together, kind of an eHarmony dating kind of thing, where they're brought together because they don't know how to find each other. But it's an opportunity for people to invest. Can you imagine that? Like bullfrog power, clean energy, completely profitable. Time after time after time, we're seeing these kind of ventures pop up, and I believe is in fact the future. Social impact bonds. Can you actually find a way to de-risk investments in social programs, in preventions up front? For example, in the UK, in Peterborough, they have a recidivism rate among young offenders of about 80%. A group of investors have come together, taking the best in class, what we know to reduce recidivism, and they have said to government, you don't have to pay up front, but if we save you X dollars, you will pay us only on outcomes. It's a pay for performance model, and it is something that is revolutionizing the social sector. The province of Ontario is deeply invested in this, and I think we're going to see more in that space as well. So there's lots happening in the world of social impact. New corporate structures, new ways of financing it, and more ventures every single day. And the final thing I'd like to tell you about is something that I just started working on recently. It's called a Pro Bono Network for Canada. Again, in the legal profession, the pro bono movement is pretty well established. What about your skills and expertise? I saw people with 5+ companies. I am sure you are asked all the time to help startups. We have a robust mentor network. How do we expand that? How do we help the nonprofit social purpose sector be even more impactful and give you the chance to be civically engaged in a way that builds the capacity of those organizations so that we can lift as we climb, so we can get to a brand new place where skills are shared between sectors and we don't have to think of the world in that bifurcated way anymore. If you Google social innovation, you will find the #1 country is Singapore. I don't know. Number 2 is Canada. The #1 city is Toronto. We are well positioned to take the leadership in this, and I really hope that you join me. I believe it's the future. We can have a lot of fun while we're doing good, making money, and making an impact. Thank you all so much.